Jerry's got bear.
This is the bear, and
Okay.
the nice thing about the bear is that you can put your own essential oil with it, but it reminds you the fact that if you look up on their website how to make your own repellent for mosquitoes, the first ingredient is actually witch hazel, and the other one takes a second. And so the combination is quite unique. We used to get reports from people, well, we went to the football game and the mosquitoes were eating everybody alive, but they didn't touch us.
So I'm just going to read this very short. Thank you. We have received our order and look forward to our shipment. Our staff personally loves the hemp formula, everything from the broad spectrum muscle support to its light and refreshing scent. We love how potent the formula is, and it has been a great investment for many patients who experience muscle pain, as we've all noticed that you don't need much to feel its benefits. Feel free to add this review on behalf of our clinic. You really have a special product and clear passion for it that we appreciate and deeply respect.
Welcome back to the Healthy Habit Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Dayan of Healthy Habit Medical Center, and I'm extremely excited for this one. First time we're having these two on the podcast format. We've talked to them before in Radio Land, but we have the faces behind Team Rixx Lotion, folks. This is going to be a good one. My favorite lotion on earth. So I'm excited to dive into this, and I told them before we went on, we're going to have a part 2 because there's so much to discuss here. So welcome to today's show. We're talking with Jerry and Donna Govan of Rixx Lotion. Jerry kicked off Rixx Lotion because he was active in sports, dancing, loved horseback riding, and also loved natural healing, including meridian therapy. Donna, his wife, fit right in as she's from the Midwest, where health comes from the garden. She also loves natural healing, so it was just a perfect, it was a no-brainer. Both Donna and Jerry love to help people, especially from skin and much more than that. So guys, welcome to the Healthy Habit Podcast.
Thank you very much.
We're very happy to be here today.
Trust me, I am too. And we're going to be spreading the news that this came out, and I'll be sharing this with our customers and patients as well to tune into this one. So how are we doing?
Well, it's actually a 12-year anniversary of when we did our very first demo at Healthy Habit.
Really?
Our very first store that started to sell Rixx Lotion, which we started in 2008, and that was 2011. Remember, Jerry?
Yes.
And we're still going strong here, and I want to let everybody know we have Stan, the demo man, here in house at Healthy Habit Health Foods. He's always sampling all the varieties of the Rixx Lotion. Come see Stan, the demo man, for samples, literature, and everyday low prices on Rixx Lotion right here at 6029 North 7th Street. So let's dive right into it, guys. Tell us a little bit about Rixx Lotion. What is that for all the brand new listeners here to the show who have never heard of Rixx Lotion? Tell us about Rixx.
Really?
Where do we start, right?
Where do you start? It's like it has 16 ingredients and no water. That's one thing. And everybody, as Jerry likes to jokingly say, knows what witch hazel is and has it in their, bathroom, but they don't know what they use it for. Hardly anything but a toner. And that's the first ingredient in witch hazel, and then aloe vera. And after that, it just, gets all the goodies like comfrey, chamomile, vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin B5, all the wonderful things that your skin needs. And yeah, you go for hyaluronic acid. It makes you feel younger because it puts, I like to say, up to 1,000 times its weight in water in your skin. Did you know that? I'm sure you do because you're a doctor.
A little bit, but it's good to hear it again, and I love that you mentioned there's no water as the first ingredient. A lot of markets, a lot of lotions on the market have number one ingredient is water. So tell us about your number one, maybe the top 3 ingredients then.
Well, witch hazel, Jerry started on horses, so I think he gets to hit that one.
Well, it's an anti-inflammatory that goes clear back to the Indians. American Indians used it in the East Coast, Connecticut area, where it grows almost wild, and it's been cultivated by one company. and it just has so many healing properties. It penetrates deep, helps in the healing and healing from the inside out. It penetrates the skin along with the aloe vera. So the combination of the two has become really excellent. The aloe vera allowed us to bring the lotion out all natural. Before, we didn't always have it in an all natural form. And the aloe vera was superb because it penetrates deep through layers of skin and actually heals clear to the bone. So
I wanted to
helps.
show you a picture of what.
Please.
Do you know what a plant of a bloom of witch hazel looks like? Can you see that? Isn't that
Yes.
pretty?
Yeah. Hold that up there for a second. So this is
Yeah.
witch hazel,
Yeah,
which
witch
is one
hazel,
of the
yeah.
chief ingredients. Yeah, this has been used since Cleopatra times, guys. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's aloe vera too. And look down here, it's at the bottom of the forest. That's
Wow.
and when we went to visit the company in Connecticut, yeah,
No,
because we wanted to see where our ingredients come from. We're one of those, kind of people.
Yeah.
And they said, they have a contract from the state so that they help clean out the forest, and at the same time they're making witch hazel. Isn't that cool?
That's incredible. So what's witch hazel doing? It tightens up the skin, right? And it slows down the aging process.
it reduces inflammation.
That's the biggie.
That's the most important thing. So arthritic people and neuropathy people love it on their feet and ankles. And I use it even on my face, and I use it on my feet daily.
Yeah.
On my face, I shave with it because with the hyaluronic acid, you're doing anti-aging as well as getting all the other healing properties for your skin.
Now, here's another thing that
Yeah.
overall about our lotion is that when you have, I know you do athletic stuff so much, and you have probably a lot of athletic, clients. But we've always used tennis. We're swimmers and all of that. But we went to a new class, and I got a pull in one of my joints. So the immediate thing I think of is ice it, yes, if you're athletic, and two, put the lotion on it. And put it on every couple of hours, because if you can keep the inflammation from growing or expanding, then you don't have the pain as much that you would have if you did any kind of an ankle pull or a muscle pull. So this anti-inflammation stuff is much bigger than people realize. They're extremely valuable. Like the other day I did my shoulders the other day. Jerry, like he said, for his feet, his daughter, tennis player. You've heard this story, but we can maybe make a short version of it because she's still going strong in her 60s, and she has 2 rebuilt knees, and she slathers Rixx Lotion on it before she goes to the tennis court, after she comes back from the shower, etc., etc. Our grandchildren, a lot of people in our age group now, they've got grandchildren, maybe great grandchildren that are into their new soccer. Ours are doing baseball. They come home, they've got a sore this or that. After you shower, you put on the lotion, keep that inflammation from coming up.
And we have different options. We have the original. Then we also had the sandalwood, the hemp.
Yeah,
and tell us about the different varieties.
How did you remember that was from our grandchildren? Jerry has grown grandchildren. They wanted us to do more essential oils. So here we go. Like here's our sandalwood with bergamot.
Yeah.
And then the lavender with sage. So you get the benefit of 2 different things. We already told you about lavender, or we mentioned it. It's great to keep mosquitoes off, believe it or not. So you're doing 2 things. Mosquitoes don't like the smell of lavender. And sandalwood, this comes from India a lot. And the bergamot is it's a green colored orange, and it has a tremendous amount of benefits as well. And then we have Jerry's got bear.
This is the bear, and
Okay.
The nice thing about the bear is that you can put your own essential oil with it, but it reminds you the fact that if you look up on the website how to make your own repellent for mosquitoes, the first ingredient is actually witch hazel, and the other one comes second. And so the combination is quite unique. We used to get reports from people, well, we went to the football game and the mosquitoes were eating everybody alive, but they didn't touch us. So
and that's before we had the lavender in it.
and we have some mountain people right now that every week I get an order from them it includes lavender because they have 5 kids up there in the mountains going to the lake and in the rivers and around the mosquitoes and staying
really comfortable. By the way, that reminds me of itching. You know what witch hazel is really good for?
No.
Itching. You can get, if you get a bite, you even, like, I'll get something in my hair. I'm like, what in the world? And my hair itches. I put a dot of lotion on there and I never think of it again.
Look at that.
Anything, it's just amazing for itching and burns because of the aloe vera.
right.
And what are you going to say?
I was just going to remind you, this is something people don't seem to realize. Witch hazel is the most used botanical in the world.
In the world.
Wow.
By the way, switching over to the hemp, I saved a testimony that we got from a place in LA, and they are acupuncturists. It's a family clinic, similar, to yours. And this is what they said about the Rixx Hemp, which of course we started about 5 years ago. Same basic ingredients that we've been talking about, but we switched out we didn't switch out the witch hazel, we switched out hemp seed oil for full spectrum hemp, which is 80% CBD. So I'm just going to read this very short. Thank you. We have received our order and look forward to our shipment. Our staff personally loves the hemp formula, everything from the broad spectrum muscle support to its light and refreshing scent. We love how potent the formula is, and it has been a great investment for many patients who experience muscle pain, as we've all noticed that you don't need much to feel its benefits. Feel free to add this review on behalf of our clinic. You truly have a special product and clear passion for it that we appreciate and deeply respect.
That's incredible. That's in California?
That's in California, right? LA area. And as we like to say, we have, if you can look on our website, please, we invite people to do that because we have a map on there that tells where our stores are around the country. They're in all the places that we have grandchildren.
Right.
So,
and I pulled up the website here for the online viewers. This is rixxlotion.com, folks. That's 2 X's, RIXX lotion.com. You can watch this intro video here, 3 minutes, 14 seconds, and just learn about Rixx, folks, for an active, healthy, beautiful life. I'm using it myself clinically with a lot of different patients, and here you can see the full lineup. This is just missing the hemp option.
Yes.
So there would be a 5th bottle here, but again, come talk to Stan, the demo man. People, you can order online here through the website, or just come down to the store where we're fully stocked here with Rixx. So if you're not in Phoenix, though, you can order online here directly from their website. Here you can see the witch hazel, aloe vera, and the key here, it's deep penetrating, right, Jerry? Tell us more about that deep penetrating ability of Rixx.
Well, it'll do lots of little things. Here's one that I like to, with the advent of soccer in both high school and college and professional sports.
Yeah.
It's the best for knees in the world. And young athletes who get the Osgood-Schlatter's disease, which is a swelling, which stops the player
from pain.
With pain, they have to sit down and either put the lotion back on. We recommend it to all athletes for that because we've had personal experience in our own family, starting with my granddaughter when she was 15, where she could play 15 minutes. And 3 years later, using the lotion regularly, she could do 2 45-minute games in a day and won Soccer Player of the Year in San Diego. It works. A lot of soccer teams already use it. They sometimes keep it as a secret because they don't want their opponents to know about it.
Yes.
But we're putting it out because it's great for athletes and the boys. Guess what? It really works for you too. And for a long time, they thought Osgood-Schlatter's disease was just a boy's disease. Wrong.
Right.
It's very much for all.
Oh, by the way, now that you're talking about age, I wanted to talk about people who, in our age group, some things happen. You have a back issue. You have to go and have your shoulder replacement or things like that. And one of the things that's really important about the hemp is if you've had a long-term ailment, and it just keeps on going. The hemp seems to be the choice for that, because not only does it penetrate completely, like Jerry said, it can get clear to the bone with that aloe vera. And the comfrey used to be called bone mint, and it's in there, and it just helps to get that area more stabilized. So you can, a lot of people say they, get rid of the pain, but also as you're aging, you have different things that are going on with the arthritic fingers and this, that, and the other. And just by applying it regularly and keeping the inflammation down, it is just an amazing support for your body, which can do what it needs to do if it's not held back by the inflammation. Right?
Right. And you can see here, this
Here's
is
an
how I use
early
it clinically.
story.
Go ahead.
There's an early story. Sandy Koufax used Rixx Lotion in its early form for his last year of baseball. And one day he came down to buy some more lotion. And I said, well, Sandy, what are you doing with that lotion? How you put it on? He says, well, I'm drowning my shoulder and elbow. And that gets me right on the diamond.
That's incredible. So, and then there's also shea butter in the formulas. That's big.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yes.
Aaron and I, we've been diving into the shea butter research a lot. It's so good for the skin. It's incredible. Big in Africa. And it's so good for inflammation of the skin.
People, they love it.
And it's so rich. It's on my bucket list. I want to go to Australia and Africa because I want to see where these things come from, especially. But it's very soothing too. By the way, the different scents, are original. When we tell people we have sandalwood now and lavender, and they go, I love the original, and it's soothing, and particularly when you're going to sleep at night, you can help yourself go to sleep just from the scents, whichever one you like.
And our aloe vera is all organic, and it either comes from a small portion of Southern California or organic from a small portion of Texas, Southern Texas.
Wow. And that's important that we mentioned that the first ingredient isn't water. That's important because a lot of other lotions are diluted. They're very just watery. They're not as potent as Rixx, which is herbal. It's a true herbal lotion. Tell us a bit more about that. It's strong.
I was going to say, I looked at my little chart. We used to put this up when we were doing the demos because it reminds us to talk about cramping. People, you wake up in the middle of the night and something's cramping. Keep your bottle there by the bed. You put that. I did it the other night. It just helps to take it right away. In most cases. And rashes. One of the first people we met though for a Healthy Habit was a young lady who had the red rash that you get on your face. I can't remember what it's called now. And lupus. Oh, she had lupus, and it was on her face too, as a rash. And she was just as thankful as you could be that it helped clear that up. So there's so many ways that our body can use it, I guess.
Yeah, and it's excellent for. Go ahead, Jerry.
Rixx is a natural meridian therapy activator. So it activates the meridians of the body, which helps that healing in any area that you apply it to, because it activates that meridian, which gets the muscles in that area turned back on when they get short-circuited. So it has a lot of really total healing things. So when you're working with a lot of your patients, I know you notice that happening for you too, because all of a sudden they say, well, gee, the pain just disappeared in my calf or my thigh. So it's good on the whole body. As you put it on from head to toe, you can put it on the top of your head even.
Right. And you mentioned it started off with racehorses, right?
Yes. I actually bought 3 racehorses at an auction for peanuts that they said wouldn't run again. And guess what? They not only got well and got back on the track, they paid their bills, which was very nice. One of them was actually sired by the same horse as Secretariat, so it had good breeding as well.
Incredible.
Another thing about the goodies of it is that we do have, it's at the bottom of our website, you'll see, but it doesn't have gluten, all those good things that everybody that does natural things, gluten-free, soy-free, paraben-free, vegan friendly, and it is made in the USA, except I know that our shea butter does come from, one of them comes from France. I forgot which one it is, but it's quality ingredients, and we really appreciate all of the people who bought our lotion over these years at Healthy Habit and all the support you have given us.
So
It's
even dental pain, people that have maybe had a tooth extraction or dental procedures, tell us a bit more about that.
You know how I knew that? I was calling my tax lady, and she said, "Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you, that lotion that you left us with in your appointment." Yeah, she said I had some on my desk, and I thought I was going to have to go home because I had a procedure done, and my face was swollen, and I was trying to work, and I couldn't think. I thought, well, I'm trying that. They said it'll work for anything. She put it on her face, she said, and within the hour, she felt so much better. She said, I finished the day. And I even did my complicated stuff because my brain started working again when the pain went away.
Yeah.
So,
I personally had it done and used it on my chin because I had 2 surgically removed teeth, and I had actually didn't have to take any pain pills.
Wow. Yeah, amazing. And again, we have that witch hazel. So that's the penetrant, right? The witch hazel is the one that's pulling it in.
Well,
no,
both of them actually
aloe
have
vera
that.
especially.
Aloe vera is the big one. Okay.
It says aloe vera will penetrate the layers of the skin and get into the muscles and then go beyond that into the bones. So a lot of people who have had bone problems with their knees have had great results postponing a knee operation by using the aloe vera and witch hazel on their knees. And the hyaluronic acid puts moisture in there,
Right.
which
Got it.
all 3 work together. So we were very fortunate. We have a fabulous chemist who works with us and makes sure we maintain our quality, who mixes for us. He also produces a lotion in his factory for us. And he's the foremost man in the United States. In fact, I'd say probably in the world on aloe vera.
By the way, also pets. Don't want to forget about
Yes.
that. A lot of our friends, if a dog or even cats, but whatever pet you have, if they get an itching spot, sometimes that's really bad. It stops the itching. And it is safe for children of all ages too, as we mentioned, our grandchildren. But you want to know, is it okay to put it on, a child or whatever? And his granddaughter started on it she was 6 years old or 7 when she started talking. So, and my grandchildren are a little younger, and they're just starting into baseball. It's just good for everybody.
Yeah.
And I can just check if we've missed anything here. But like I said, fibromyalgia, that was another surprise. Fibromyalgia is like one of those difficult ones. We were in a store in California, actually San Diego, and this guy came up to us. This is a picture on our YouTube. We have a YouTube site with quite a few videos on it. Also,
And testimonies.
And also we do have the Facebook and Instagram too. He said, "Would you like me to tell you what I do with your lotion?" I'm like, "Sure." And he was like probably 35 or something. Wouldn't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Red hair, red beard, very, very handsome looking guy. And he goes, "I use it for fibromyalgia. And I'm telling you, it's the only thing that I've used that can just stop all of those aches.
Interesting.
And I love it."
Wow. And again, we have the full lineup here at Healthy Habit. Come talk to Stan, the demo man. As soon as you enter the building, just make a right. You'll see Stan there, and he's sampling all year round the Rixx products. Again, I'm using it myself right here in the office on my pain clients when I'm doing body work, cupping, trigger point therapy. Everyone loves the scent. Lately, I've been using a lot of the hemp, Rixx Hemp, which has the same base formula plus the extra strength healing properties of that full spectrum hemp extract, right? We have 450 milligrams of CBD in the 8-ounce bottle. Is that right?
Yes,
right.
that's correct.
That's
And
powerful.
by the way, people that don't, I've already have my hemp thing that I like. They can just put their hemp on, put their lotion over it, the Rixx lotion, and it penetrates it deeper. How about
Okay,
that?
say that again. That's
Sure.
powerful.
Because like our neighbor, she said, "Well, I've already researched all this hemp and this one really works for me, but I love your lotion too." And I said, "Well, put your hemp on first and then put this over it, and it will help it last longer and go deeper." And she started doing that, and then she actually started ordering Rixx hemp. So she rotates it. Some days you don't need as much of the hemp, which is more costly, of course, and the regular will do just fine because your body rotates through what it needs. You know all
Wow.
about that.
Again,
It
so
becomes a booster.
yeah. Okay. Interesting. So again, that aloe vera, we have comfrey in there, shea butter. It's a true, people that really love botanicals and herbs, this is a true herbal lotion, right, guys?
See if I
Right.
missed anything here, because one of the things that is at the essential oils themselves, like I said, it's soothing, but it also has the vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin B5. I mean, it has vitamins in there as well, which are good for your skin. And it, as I said, it's soy free, but it has lecithin, which is good for joints, and the caprylic capric triglyceride. You know, everybody wants to say, well, I want to be able to pronounce everything that I'm, taking. This one's a little long, but it's good because it's coconut oil, but it's the lightest part of the coconut oil. And if, to tell people who haven't tried it, when you put Rixx Lotion on, you can feel it, but it's not greasy, and it penetrates so quickly that you can rub it into your hands and go right back to what you were doing, or put it on your arms, and it doesn't just sit there and you have to wait for it to get ungreasy. It
Yeah.
just disappears.
And I love that you guys are mixing it up instead of just another oral capsule product with herbs. You guys have gone all in on the topical side of health, which I love because that's there's a lot of room for improvement in that area. So you guys have truly put together a good herbal lotion, and we're going on what, 40 plus years that Rixx has been around?
Somewhere around there.
Well, back when he started on horses, and there was a pause, and then we started up again in 2008.
Yeah, but it is a little over 40 years, as a matter of fact.
4 decades in the making, folks. This is the type of product you want. It stood the test of time, used on racehorses, used on all ages, pets, fibromyalgia Donna was just mentioning. And of course, we're not giving any medical advice. This is just something that you can use supplementally in your lifestyle. So happy you guys came on today. What's a good take home for our listeners? What's a good summary? What should they know about Rixx before we wrap it up?
Well, I always say, don't put it in your medicine cabinet. Leave it on your shelf in the bathroom and by your bed, because you can use it many, many times during the day for quick burns, for rashes, just
itches, sunburn, muscle pain.
I even have carpenters that say I can use it and go out and use my hammer and it doesn't get slippery, and golfers will say the same thing. I can use it on my hands and go out and use it. So it's not just a hand lotion, it's a full body lotion.
And a lot of people who work in hospitals too, they keep it in their little pocket because it's almost like it's antibacterial also because of the different health products that are in there. So.
Yeah, and I've known Jerry and Donna now over 4 years. You guys haven't aged a day. In fact, you're aging the other way. You're anti-aging, so you're walking the talk. And I appreciate both of you. We all appreciate you at Healthy Habit. Thank you for coming on, guys.
Thank you so much. We love coming in.
We'll talk to you again. We got to set up part 2, okay?
Okay.
We look forward to it.
Okay. Have a great day.